Bum 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 bum. Hey Star Wars fans, it's your old friend Dominic Tringali here with another one of my Build the Millennium Falcon model kit issues. This is issue 43. I went ahead and skipped issue 42 because, this is less about building it in the order that it comes and more about my journey along the way. I'll get to issue 42 eventually, along with, because it's just painting that recessed piece. I'll do both the recessed pieces at the same time. So anyway, this is issue 43, and like I said, every issue is €10.99 after the first issue. First issue coming at an introductory price of €3.50. Every 25th issue is free for me. So that brings the grand total of my little experiment, or my journey, if you will, to €454.09 so far, this being issue 43. So I'll go ahead and jump right into this issue and show you what's inside. So we have this article about the heavy cruiser Malevolence, which is of course General Grievous's ship during the Clone Wars. Nothing really interesting there, just talking about the ship itself. Lots of battle droid pilots. I always wondered if the battle droids were some sort of like metaphor for mindless drone armies, like with the Persians and the Chinese. I don't know if there's ever some sort of metaphor there going on. And then we have this article in the Guide to the Galaxy that's talking about Kashyyyk, Fight for Freedom. Any Star Wars fan knows Kashyyyk is the homeworld of the Wookiees, which anyone who knows me knows that Wookiees are my favorite race in the Star Wars universe. I always loved the Wookiees. I thought that they were really cool. The earliest view of Kashyyyk we ever got was in the Star Wars Christmas special, where Han Solo and Chewbacca are trying to get back to Kashyyyk to celebrate Life Day, which of course is some sort of like bizarre Christmas ripoff. Blah 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 blah. We got to see the planet Kashyyyk in the third Star Wars film, of the prequels, Revenge of the Sith. I'm sure we also got to see some stuff about them in Star Wars Clone Wars. So anyway, just a bunch of stuff about that. It's kind of sad how the Wookiees ended up becoming a slave race after the takeover of the Galactic Empire. Then we have this article about types of atmosphere for Secrets of Spaceflight. Again, man, this is all this minutia of the Star Wars universe that really, unless you're super into the universe, it really doesn't matter. Talking about the Mon Calamari, of course, the squid people. And then we go right into the actual green section, which is building. So we're going to be adding magnets onto these three pieces of outer plating. So I'll go ahead and get those out and we can see what we have with parts bag number 43. Great. Here is parts bag number 43. Let's go ahead and tear this open and see what we find inside. So here's what the contents of parts bag number 43 are. We have this large piece of hull. We have this plate that actually goes over the top and seals it up with some magnets. We're going to put the magnets in today. We have this sprue, which will be actually being used to build the other gun turret control pod. We're going to just put that to the side because we're not going to need it anytime soon. We have this big bag of fastening screws, which we'll use for the outer plating, which we'll be doing in an issue or two. And then this bag right here with the magnets and the lugs. So we'll go ahead and start working on that today and see where we get by the end of this issue. Great. So here's the piece of plating that came in part bag number 43, and here are the slugs and magnets that came with that particular issue. You want to make sure that they actually magnets are the right side up, and then we're going to go ahead and take each one of these slugs and we're going to put them in these particular holes, adding some glue once we've test fitted them, and then putting the actual magnet pieces into here so that it'll all be able to seal up nice and tight. Great, so let's go ahead and test fit these pieces and see where we go from there. So I went ahead and glued these slugs into place, and I put the magnets, glued them into spots here and here, and as you can see, it links up nicely. For whatever reason, the only way to really open it is if I push my screwdriver here and separate, but eventually I hope to have some way of actually opening this thing a little bit easier. But then I'm just going to repeat the process for the other two pieces, so I'll go ahead and pull those out of my box now and go ahead and start the process on that, and I should be all done with the stage 43 assembly instructions. Great, let me go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. So here's the plating I received in the previous issues way back, and these top plates that go in their respective spaces right here. I also have the slugs that go in along with their magnets, so I'm just going to repeat the process again, and then you'll see what it looks like when I have all three pieces assembled completely. Great, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. So I've put the metal slugs into all four positions on these other two other pieces of hull. The next step is to just take these little rare magnets right here, these little powerful magnets, and put them in the spots right here for the plates. It doesn't matter which way you put them in because they will both magnetize to the slugs just fine. So you don't have to worry about that, which was one of the things I was initially concerned about. But go ahead and put them in however you want and it will work just fine. So go in, put 4 drops of glue, put in the 4 magnets, and then I'm done with the stage 43 construction. Great. Let me show you what that looks like when I'm all finished. So that brings stage 43 to a completion. As you can see, all the plates are in place. They're magnetized so they don't fall out anymore. So let me go ahead and show you what comes in stage 44, and we can talk about the question of the week. Hey guys, after doing a bit of reading ahead, I discovered that issues 44 and issues 45 just have me assembling these small exterior hull detail pieces, and seeing how I'm already putting off the recessed hull pieces for a later date, I'm going to hold these back as well. Like I said, this is less of a journey of putting this model together as more of my journey assembling it and having fun with it. So I find that since I already have issue 46, and I'm going to go ahead and start actually putting the whole pieces to this thing to make it look more like an actual Millennium Falcon model and less like just a metal frame and a big bag of plastic pieces. So I'll go ahead and do that, and like I said, later on I'll assemble these other pieces. So I'll just keep issues 44 and 45 for a later date unless the instructions specifically say I need something from them. So guys, no question this week, but as always, may the force be with you, and I'll see you for issue 46.